Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we're looking at yet another NECA Cinemachines ship. Number 6, the scout ship from Predator. Now Predator is one of my favorite films, and even though you only see the ship for a couple seconds while it goes past Earth and drops the Predator on the planet, it is pretty cool, and I'm so glad NECA made one. So again, we get this nice window box. Here's the name, Predator logo. Nice ship on the top. Here we have the sides. Oops, upside down. My bad. The bottom, all the copyright crap. Again. And now, our favorite part. Schematics. And I'll get a good shot of this so you guys can read it and pause it. There you go, guys. So if you want to read it, you could just pause it right now. And here we have some pictures of the ship. Very unique. And then also we have the Narcissus and a Predator 2 ship, which I was going to skip this one, but then I saw it in the store and I figured, damn, that looks pretty sharp. So I picked that up, and I also picked this up. Love the Narcissus, the lifeboat from Aliens. And so, let's get this ship opened up and start this review. We'll look at the mold, the paint, look at the stand compared to some other ships, and then we'll finish. Let's get started. Okay, starting off this review by looking at the mold. I think that the ship is very unique and very organic looking. It reminds me a lot of the Predator biomask that the creature wears. And I really like it. I do like the engines and the space here. Now the cool thing is on the package, it said it's one pilot and a couple drop pods. And as we saw in the beginning of Predator 1, this goes past the planet and shoots a pod towards Earth, which the Predator is on. So pretty unique. So I guess we'll start at the top, work our way to the back of the ship, look at the engines, and then the beautiful underneath. Now these two things here that look like little rods or antennae are actually weapons. They are the plasma casters or plasma cannons, similar to what the Predator has on its shoulder. So that's pretty neat. And now we have this nice organic dome right here. Little slight angles. You can see, sort of like Ed 209. And then coming back, we have these nice sections here that are painted gold. Couple angles there. Couple circles that are gold as well. Pretty neat. Couple recesses that are painted gray. And then coming back, this is a very interesting design right here, which is recessed in the back right there. And then it's like steps. Pretty neat. There's these little sections here that blended into the bottom. That's pretty nice. For the engines, very cool. Got some detail in there. Nice recess in there. Sort of like a Star Trek ship almost. Then we have the interior of the engine. Recessed with some gold. Really cool. Nice organic designs here. Really sharp. Now for the interior here, let me see if I could get a light in there better. So right here, it's a couple angles. But there's one that goes up, one that goes down, and then we have some lines. Really not much in there. But it is pretty cool. They gave us some sort of detail. There we can see the interior of the engine. So that's nice. Now coming to my favorite section of the ship, the bottom. For the back, or the aft, we have some nice ribs going down, which are hit with this black wash. This angular piece right here, which connects to the center with the engines and a nice wing. Just pretty cool. I always love this. Reminds me of winds. Nice section here. And that wing is nice. Pretty good detail on there. Now for this section, I like to call it scales. And this thing is awesome. Each scale is hit with that wash and it really brings the detail out. Pretty awesome. And that basically does it for the detail. I don't believe I missed anything. Just a real nice job for something we see so quick. I think NECA did a great job at bringing it to life. So now that I'm done with the mold, let's take a look at the paint. Okay, we got a couple different colors to look at, so I guess it would be easiest to start from the top. Now at the top, we have several different colors actually. We have this nice, I would say it's a darker light gray for this section, and it comes down to the engines. Then we have a lighter, very metallic gray, almost to the point where it looks almost white, but it's not, for this weird section here, and the front dome. Now on top of that, we have a goldish color, which is very nice. A couple dots here, a couple dots over here. Nice 2 lines painted there. On this side, as well as this side. Can't forget our plasma casters right there, or cannons. Now, what's neat is it does have very dark gray painted in all these rectangles right here. So, which is pretty awesome. You know, I like the different shades of gray. Now, moving down, let's look at the engines. We have more of that goldish color, especially in here, which is very cool. We got these very hard to handle. Nice recesses, nice recesses in here that go all the way in, and it's all metallic gold. So that's sharp. Now for the interior of the engines, we have bright metallic gold. And then on the interior, we could see some white. And it doesn't stop there, because there's white right here in the engine, similar to this side. And then turning it to the back, there's nothing really there, it's the same gray. For the underneath of the vessel, we have some more of that gold. Now, for this section here, the paint is a little odd because, like I said, you have this nice bright whitish gray here and here that's really metallic. And this paint comes down this little ledge right here. And then on this side transforms into the darker gray. Now that darker gray is all over the bottom and matches with the engine plastic and this gray here. Now the interesting thing is, they just didn't leave it like that. They hit this bad boy with not a black wash, but sort of a bluish gray. And what that did is it filled in all these little scales here. And you can see it's like a dark gray mixed with a very dark blue. When it piles up, you can see it's more blue than gray. But right here, we have nice... Let me see if I could zoom in on that. Okay, right here, we have a build-up, and it's a nice color. All these little ribs filled in nicely. The gray is dark. The bottom fin, nicely done. These scales came out great. Look at all that detail. Nice. Then we have some more of that gray blue wash all over this section also. Got it in here. Now the back here and this section here are not washed, but everything else is. Coming up here, we can see some of that wash. Just real nice. It might actually be the same paint as these dabs here, just more watered down to fill in all the crevices. Right here we have a bunch. All over this gold. The engines are hit with it. We can see inside of this gold is a little gray washed, I guess we could call it. All in all, the paint on here is awesome. So now that I'm done with the paint, let's measure it up, put it on a stand, and compare it to some other ships. Okay, when measuring the Cinemachines Predator Scout ship, it stands a little tiny bit over 6.5 inches. So it's a nice sized vessel. Now for accessories, it does come with a stand, which we've seen with the Derelict. What you're going to do is put these 2 holes in these holes in a translucent base. And now there's a little peg right here. So what you're going to do is take the Predator Scout ship, find the hole on the bottom. And this could be a little tricky. I'm always afraid I'm going to break these things. There we go. Oh, jeez. Gotta get a little even here. There we go. Once you have it on that stand, you're good to go. Now, for size comparison, I have a couple different ships. Here's the Predator Scout ship. Now, right here is a Hot Wheels regular TIE fighter. Then we have the Derelict from Alien, made by NECA again, also Cinemachines. And then the Enterprise E's Captain's Yacht, made by Eagle Moss, which is a Star Trek ship. And you can see how these guys with their stands are towering over these two. Now, let me get the ruler here. On the stands, these guys are almost 7 inches tall. So how neat is that? Now, I would have preferred a stand similar to Eagle Moss, how it's like a heavy base with a plastic stand that holds on to the ship. But, for getting these, the stands are okay. I don't know, I'm just iffy about these pegs holding them up. But they are pretty cool. Now I decided to do something a little different right now. I turned all the ships around on their sides. And as we can see, they're just very long, beefy ships. The two NECA versions. Down here with the Hot Wheels, we got the little Win. And then with the Captain's Yacht, just really small compared to these two. And that does it for my review today of the Cinemachines. Number 6, Scout Ship from the film Predator. Now, NECA makes this, and they make so many things. Like, I could probably run this show on all the stuff I have. Predator, Aliens, I started collecting the Terminators. Those are what got me into the company. And everything they make, they put a lot of effort into it. And I think they did a great job with this piece as well. It's painted neat. The shape, even though it was a little hard to film with all those odd angles and organic looking curves, it is nice to look at and it stands out. It's very unique among the collection with the other ships. And I have to hand it to NECA. Every ship they do make is unique. You have the Derelict, you have the Space Jockey, you have this, the Narcissist, the Predator 2 ship. And the list goes on. I think two I have pre-ordered coming out soon are the Terminator Hunter Killers. The tank and the aerial one. How awesome is that? But anyway, back to this. For the money you're paying, it's pretty good. You get the stand. It's a little flimsy, but it doesn't want to fall. One day it might, who knows, but it is pretty awesome nonetheless. And all the stands are the same within the collection, so they all are basically in unison. Now, like I said, the paint's good, the detail's excellent, it goes with the rest of the set, and even if you had a action figure, say one of the Predators, and put it next to this, it will go. It measures almost about 7 inches tall with the stand, so that's pretty sharp. So I fully recommend this for anybody who's a fan of Predator 1, Predator 2, any of those Predator films. It is awesome. And also, if you're into unique ships, I think this is pretty much a winner for that. I've never seen a design like this. It looks like something you might see in Star Trek, but also something that could fit in Star Wars as well. So it's a very bizarre shape, I guess you could say. Now, what do I hope they could make? Maybe that big ship from Alien vs. Predator. Not a big fan of those movies, but I do like the creature designs. And also the ships, even though they're aliens or just resurrection aliens. Now, you could get this at Toys R Us, some online retailers. It should go for about 21 bucks. I have seen them up there, but if you're lucky, you could pick one up. They are nice, they're big, they have a nice box. And, yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I will see you next time. Bye.